Hey everybody, thank you for joining me today. So today's video is going to be this Viva la Verve sketch. So there's a few measurements here. You can pause and then come join me at the craft table. But if this is your first time here, please consider hitting the subscribe button and the notification bell so that way you get alerts whenever I upload new content. And for my sketch series, that's every Friday. So this is our paper collection that we're using. This is the by Pink and Main. I've already cut and scored my A2 size card. So it's 5.5 by 4.25. And we're going to start building this up. So I'm going to attach my sentiment piece here real quick. Just put a little bit of wet glue and attach it to my scalloped circle. Now what I did is I've been using my hand punches. So my scallop circle is the size that they mention inside on the sketch. I want to say it's either 2.25 or 2.5, something like that. And then I just went the next size for the regular circle and for my sentiment. Now on this series, this paper collection has a little bit of a shine to it. So when I do my glue on the inside, for some reason, you can always see the pattern. I always see it. So I take my finger and I kind of smooth it out so that way you don't have the zigzag lines in the main pattern, if that makes sense. And then we're gonna do our layers. Now the card base I'm using is a dark brown color. So my mat is more of the orangey red color. And then anything that's like fuzzy, I always use my sand block to just kind of straighten up the edges. Okay. So on this one, on the right hand side, what I decided to do, instead of doing the kind of scallopy look on the right, I decided not to do that for these cards. That's really one of the things I love about card sketches or even layouts, you know, people who do photo layouts and stuff. The sketches are there to guide you, right? You can get inspiration from it. You can take elements of it, change it up to do something different. It's not written in law that you have to be exact, okay? Now, I liked the thin thread that they showed on here, so I grabbed some gold thread. I want to say this one is more like a, not champagne, but more like a champagne, I guess, gold. Wow, T. Okay, so I'm just going to kind of place the one edge on the score tape, and then I'm going to just start going around, and I think I do it like 3 or 4 times. I just want a nice selection of thread. Yeah, I think I did more than 3 or 4. Because this thread is just so thin, like you have to have enough of it to have it be substantial, you know? And then once I had that on, I went ahead and went around with the tape runner, and then we're going to add the glue because I want to make sure it stays nice and flat and it doesn't come up off of our card base. Okay, now if you want to put the scallop end, you can go right ahead and do that. You know, it's there in the sketch. You can also put a little image, like cut a little, I don't know, a heart or a star or whatever you want to put right there where they have the sort of like the bow of the string. I wanted to tie a bow. I tried to tie a bow, but the bow doesn't work for me. So I wind up just doing a bunch of threads together and then making a knot. And, you know, it is what it is. It doesn't look horrible, but that's how I got it to work for me. You know what I mean? So once we get it underneath, I had missed a few strings, so I had to try it again. All right, so now we got all of the strings. We're going to go ahead and start tying our knot. And I thought I had made the string long enough that I could do a bow. But because there were so many of them, I just couldn't get my fingernail and my fingers to do right, and I was losing them. And after a while, I get over it real quickly, and I'm like, screw it. Just tie the knot, cut it short, and call it a day. And I think I even tried to like curl the thread, because I was thinking like, maybe if I like how you can do ribbon, maybe I can make it curl. No, that didn't work either. So I just wind up like cutting it short. So while I'm fussing with this and driving myself crazy, I just want to thank you guys for joining me. This card series this year has been a lot of fun. I think I'm going to keep with changing up my pattern paper each month, because it makes me excited, and it keeps it fresh. You know what I mean? Like sometimes I want to use it up, the card stock, and then sometimes it's like, if you're not feeling it, it's nice to know it's done. I can put it to the side, and if I want to use it later on, I still have some paper left. You know what I mean? So I guess I'm just wanting to share that with you guys. Okay, now we're done with all the fussing. So I'm going to grab some foam squares. These are squares or circles? Circles. My foam circles. I like these because they have the little tabs on it. So I try to put one in the center and then go around on the outside. So that way it's nice and even. You're probably thinking, girl, that's too many. But, you know, is it? I don't like my stuff coming off. I just don't. So I feel like if I'm giving you something, I want to know it's going to hold up, you know? Because I've seen where things I made early on in my crafty career, stuff is falling off and not staying on, and that drives me nuts. So, because I didn't like my threads, I'm pulling it up towards the top, the knot, and I'm hiding it underneath my sentiment. And I think at one point it comes out from underneath because I didn't get the thing on it, but it's okay. It's all right. I'm going to put a little glue underneath where the knot is so that way it stays there. And it just shows you, really, you can do either way. I have it up high on this one. On the one I did before recording, I put the knot towards the bottom. And then to finish it off, I'm adding some white Nuvo drops. I'm going to tap, let them flatten out a little bit, and the card is done. And I was just showing you on the side, you know, I didn't do the scalloped side, but you know, like I said, it's up to you. Do what makes you happy. I like this pattern paper. I think it's nice and simple. I like the little bit of the gold thread. If nothing else, you can also do gold splatters, you know, to tie in more of the gold. So thanks again, you guys, for joining me. Make sure you hit the like, subscribe, and share button. And if you have any questions, you can leave them down in the comments. I do try and answer everybody who comments down below. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great weekend.